Hey everyone, Amelia here. Today we're talking about contact and connection. So I'm riding a super nice horse who's new to me. And so when we talk about contact, we're referring to basically just the feeling in your hand, so the pressure that you have on the bit. When we talk about connection, we're talking about the relationship of the hind leg through the horse's back and to their mouth. So that's the difference between contact and connection. So this horse has a little bit of trouble in the contact and in the connection. He tends to either want to curl or invert, but keeping him like really steady on the bit, especially in my transitions, is really a hard thing for him to understand. Just because no one's really explained it to him. He doesn't understand that concept, like that the hind leg has to stay coming through the back and into my hand steady. So I'm going to show you two little exercises that I use. One is the turn on the forehand, and two is transitions to help this horse understand a little better the contact and the connection. And just a little tip, if you're having trouble with the turn on the forehand, I highly recommend starting it from the ground. It's always easier to teach like this lateral stuff from the groundwork first, I think. So I will put a link down below to a video that I did a while back on groundwork and how you guys can first teach that on the ground. But I hope this video helps you guys. You know, if your horse is throwing his head up in the transitions or unsteady in the contact, this video should help you guys out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also sign up for my email list if you want to get dressage tips. It's a free email list. You get nice little tips and reminders for your dressage training. So good luck, have fun riding. Thanks for watching. Okay, so two ways that I've been working with this horse to improve the connection. So the first way is teaching him to move a little bit laterally. So we've all heard of getting your horse connected from the inside leg to the outside rein, that idea. So this really helps connect your horse from your leg to your hand. So what I've been teaching him to do is some little baby turn on the forehands. So I'm half out right rein, push with my left leg, and I want his butt to step out, and then I'm going straight again. So I'm starting with quarter turn on the forehands to teach him to connect from in this direction, it's from my left leg to my right rein. And when I first started with him, he really didn't understand at all to move sideways. So you can I start it from the ground, which I have some groundwork videos showing you how to do this. I'll try and link them in. So I'm just connecting him a little sideways so that he understands to step his left hind leg towards my right rein. And you can see how he gets a little fussy in the head. He gets a little fussy in the contact when I'm asking him for this because he doesn't really understand it perfectly yet. There. So now when I go to the right, when I'm doing my turn on the forehand to the right, I'm thinking about connecting him from my right leg to my left rein. So this little bit of sideways has really helped get this horse better understanding the contact and the connection. The second exercise that I've been doing to help him are trot, walk, trot transitions. So in the trot, walk, trot transition, what you want is you want the frame to stay exactly the same. So the position of the poll and the neck stays exactly the same. And again, you want a seamless transition. So no big lurch. You want to be able to go seamlessly to walk, marching in the walk, and then seamlessly to trot. So what this horse wants to do, I'll try and demonstrate, is he wants to just kind of do that, hit the brakes, push his nose out and stop. Then I have to kick him and make him walk. And then when I trot again, he wants to put his head up. So let me demonstrate the bad transition again. he wants to just kind of hit the brakes and stop. And then when I go up to trot, he wants to put his head up and kind of invert. So he wants to use his neck in the trot, walk, trot transitions instead of really using his hind leg and pushing through his back. So I'm going to help him through these trot, walk, trot transitions with just a little bit of shoulder four, like a little bit of a yielding into the walk, and then getting a nice walk. And then again, I can just think of a little yielding into trot, so that in the walk trot, I can really call up his hind leg for that transition. And then, like everything, I want to do it in both directions. We've had a ton of rain, so we don't have a dressage court set up right now. So in my trot, walk, trot, I'm focusing that the frame and the connection stay steady. No more pressure in my hand, and that I can keep the hind leg stepping forward and through. That time he got a little slow in the downward transition. He kind of stopped his hind leg. Good, that was better. Now just walk. It's hard too, because then he starts anticipating. He knows that I'm going to ask him to trot again, but I just want to get a nice walk. He needs to swing there. Be able to go back up to trot again. There. There, good boy. So, and then the ultimate test of the contact is, of course, a stretch circle. So before I try my stretch circle, I'm going to think again of having a little extra contact. I really bring the pull up. I have him just like steady pressure in my reins. And then once I've kind of loaded up the spring, then I'm going to start, letting the reins out and seeing if he'll seek the contact downward and outward. I need to keep the same trot going. So he likes to get slower in the trot tempo when I stretch his neck out. So I have to kind of motivate him, come on, to keep that same quickness. In the stretch circle, it just tests their balance, their core strength, all of that. Then take up the reins again, keep the hind legs quick, and then walk transition. Good boy.